Hello, John Jurkovich here, episode number 9 of Loans, Homes, and Stuff. Today I'm going to bring you a little secret about your old 401k that you probably know absolutely nothing about. So the other day I had a friend of mine pitching me a new business idea, or he wanted me to invest in his business. Listen to his story, it sounds good, you get all excited, think Mr. Wonderful on the Shark Tank. But then comes the ask. John, it's $25,000 for 1% of the company. Now, like any crude investor, right, we all go into our Shark Tank mode and we begin to pontificate if the business is really worth $2.5 million today and where's it going to be at 3, 5, 7, 10 years, and we do all that, when the question for most of us should really be, where am I going to come up with $25,000? Now, contrary to what my kids might believe, $25,000 is a lot of money and it doesn't grow on trees. Well, to kind of break it down simply, a lot of you may actually have $25,000 sitting out there right now today that you could invest in that business. You just didn't even know about it. And how, you ask? And I say, well, do you have an old 401k? Yeah, I've got one, but there's only $30,000 in there. And by the time I pay the 10% penalty and I pay regular income tax on it, that $30,000, I'm probably going to get less than 20 even back. So I'll just let it sit in my Fidelity account until I'm 59 and a half and make 3%. That's a great idea. Just let it stay there and make virtually no return for you. However, there is this secret little thing that's out there called a self-directed IRA. So you can roll over your old 401k into a self-directed IRA and buy all kinds of things. You can buy real estate, private mortgages, you can buy stocks, you can buy into partnerships for gas and oil, you can buy mortgage notes, you can do all kinds of things. Heck, you can even buy a racehorse if you want to. Now, the benefits of investing through your IRA in something like this is that you get to defer the tax penalty. So let's say that I go out and I do that investment and I give them the $25,000, I get the 1% of the company, they do the things that I was all fired up and excited about, and in 5 years they sell that company for $100 million. My take of that would be $1 million. I go through, I get a K1 at the end of the year, I report that income to old Uncle Sam there, and he takes $400,000 from me in that year. Now, I'm not upset, I still got $600,000, but was there a better way that I could have done that? And a self-directed IRA would have been, because now you're going to defer that tax burden until you decide in your retirement years to begin taking that money, and you should ultimately pay at a much lower tax rate than what you would today. Now, this is not as simple as you can just go out and buy anything. It is the IRS that you're dealing with. There's tons of tax code. You need to have a custodian and a company that does this for you. But it is a vessel that a lot of you probably have today, and you didn't even know that this was an option. So if you have questions about this, I would tell you Google's a great place to start. Just do self-directed IRA. You can find a ton of information out there. Now, why haven't you ever heard of a self-directed IRA? Well, it's quite simple. The reason you probably haven't heard of one, they've been in place since IRAs were invented back in 1974. The reason you haven't heard of it is that your banks and your brokerage firms, they primarily deal with traditional investments. So if they're not going to make a commission on it, they're probably not going to tell you about it. It's like going into a vegan restaurant, they're not going to offer you a hamburger. So the fact is here, a lot of people have old 401ks, and you can turn your own life into a mini Shark Tank with that and utilize that to kind of set yourself up or put yourself ahead for something better down the road. You just need to educate yourself on it and realize this is not for everyone. Don't go out, by no means am I saying go out today and roll your old 401k into this and start buying companies, because you want to still do your research, but it is a vessel for those of you that are looking to do something like this, or thought maybe I'm not in a position to do it, I don't have that, but I would love to. Understand that there are some options out there for you, and it's really just a question of educating yourself. The more you know, the more you know, the more you make. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. Send me any questions you may have, concerns, anything at all. I would love to answer your question on a future show. And you can hit me up on Twitter @John Jurkovich. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.